In this video, let's take a look at the Chiefs back in action this week after coming off of a bye week, getting ready to face the Tennessee Titans on Sunday Night Football. We're going to dive into a couple of pressers from Patrick Mahomes, Coach Reid, and the newly signed Kadarius Toney. Look at an injury update and much freaking more. But first, how about those? What's up, guys? My name is Cole, and I do daily news about the Kansas City Chiefs, so make sure to sub if you're new, hit that like button, all that good freaking stuff, and let's get into today's video. We're going to talk about injury report and just some presser updates. Kadarius Toney is in town, did practice today. Patrick Mahomes spoke on him a little bit, so let's jump into all of that. Starting with this, first up, Andy Reid got up to the podium and said, hey guys, not going to share anything about my son today. Going to keep personal matters personal, work matters work. Let's focus on the Tennessee Titans, basically because they whooped us last year, so we want to focus up on that. In fact, Patrick Mahomes said it best.
Yeah, you got to be ready to play. I mean, last year we weren't ready and they beat our ass.
Yeah, it was bad. So they definitely want to focus on that. So I understand he wants to keep, all the stuff about his son aside and not address the press about that. I covered all of that in a much more detailed video earlier today if you want to check that out. But let's move on. Let's talk injury updates and some roster transactions. First off, let's talk Rashad Fenton. Most of you guys already know this. He was traded to the Atlanta Falcons on Monday for a conditional, or in exchange for a conditional 7th round draft pick. To a lot of people's surprises, but hey, it is what it is, and Andy Reid wished him the best and basically said we're excited for the young cornerback room that we have.
Fenton, we traded to Atlanta, and we're wishing him the best of luck. And we've got corners. We have corners coming back now, so we've got depth with some young guys. So we continue to utilize them and let them continue to grow, which they're doing every week.
And then to kind of piggyback on that, Trent McDuffie has been activated from IR. I think the same day that Rashad Fenton was traded, Trent McDuffie was activated from IR. So Trent McDuffie being back is a huge deal for the secondary. I'm definitely excited to see him out there. He doesn't have a lot of reps under his belt in his NFL career. He got hurt in week 1 against the Cardinals, but he is definitely the best cornerback in the room outside of L'Jarius Sneed. So he did practice, fully participated today. The only two who did not fully participate in practice was Jody Fortson, tight end Jody Fortson. He actually did not participate at all. He has a quad contusion and an illness. And then Willie Gay Jr. was limited, and don't like to see that. That's a hamstring injury of sorts. I really hope Willie Gay Jr. is able to play on Sunday. Frank Clark is suspended. He won't be there. So having Willie Gay Jr. on the field, in my opinion, is all that more important. Not because he plays the same position, obviously, as Frank Clark. He's not on the D-line. He's a linebacker. But Willie Gay is an athletic specimen, and we could really use him out on the field. It's never ideal to not have Willie Gay and Frank Clark. It's also worth noting that Andy Reid mentioned Lucas Niang is back to practice, which opens up the 21-day window for evaluation as he looks to return from the PUP list. But since he has not returned from the PUP list, he won't appear on the injury report. So we really have no idea how he's going to do, but he has 21 days to either get activated to the roster or get put on IR for the year. So we'll definitely have to monitor that closely. Right tackle has been an area that's like, it would be nice to see somebody else worked in there. So with Lucas Niang back, that's pretty huge. We'll have to see how he does. I don't think, even if he gets activated within this 21-day window, that he's going to be an instant starter or anything like that. But I do think they'll start working him in, and it's only going to be a good thing for our line as long as he indeed is good to go, healthy, and is able to rebound quickly and shake off the ring rust. Coach Reid also talked about tight end Blake Bell, said he's close to returning, but it's probably going to be a couple more weeks. So Andy Reid's pretty conservative sometimes, so it might even be longer than a couple weeks. We'll have to see if Blake Bell comes back at all. If he does, it's probably going to be, I would say, closer to Thanksgiving, December, sometime around there. As far as the Tennessee Titans and their injury report, they certainly have a lot more on the list than the Chiefs do. The Chiefs got to be one of the healthiest teams in the NFL right now. It's pretty crazy. But Tennessee Titans, the list is kind of long. I'll go quickly here. Tony Carter, fullback, neck injury. He did not participate. Amani Hooker, their safety, did not participate. Naquan Jones, defensive tackle, did not participate. Jeffrey Simmons did not participate. So there's 4 there. There's a handful of limited participants as well. Aaron Brewer, their guard, Derrick Henry with a foot, but I did look that up a little bit more because I'm like, what do you mean he was limited? They think it's just precautionary and he should very much play this Sunday night against the Chiefs. Dang it. Sam, I'm not going to say that last name, limited participant, Kevin Strong. Ryan Tannehill was limited as well with an ankle injury, and that's part of something we need to watch out for with this ankle injury that Ryan Tannehill has. Will he play Sunday night? He did not play last weekend. So will he play Sunday night, or is it going to be Malik Willis? We'll have to wait and see. Willis did not have the best showing for his first start, but we'll get more into that later as the week goes on. Just wanted to touch on their injuries there. And then the last guy on here is their outside linebacker, Rashad Weaver. So quite a bit of people on the Titans injury report. We focused enough on injuries. Let's talk about somebody who's healthy, that was injured, but is good now. And that is the newly signed wide receiver Kadarius Toney, who the Chiefs traded for last week. We were all excited about, you guys all know this, but he was here. He practiced today and he spoke during the presser. And man, he seemed really excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here, yeah. Right now, I don't really have any expectations. I just want to come in and do what's asked of me, whatever plays, whatever assignment I got to do. Like, I'm just going to do it at my hardest. Very eager to go out there and ready to be the player I am. I just want to know where I fit in. I just want to come in and impact as much as I can and, do what I can.
And we know they're going to work him in slowly, but he said he's, digesting the playbook as much as he can. There is a little bit of similarities there. Mike Kafka is over there with the Giants, so a little bit of familiarity there, but not a lot. Most of it's new, but they're very excited. Everybody on the team is excited to have him here. Mahomes has already thrown some passes with them, even prior to today's practice, which is Wednesday's practice that already happened. They got some passes in together, so you love to see that. He even could be seen out there today returning. It was either kicks or punts. It's hard to tell. Looked like punts, but he was out there with McCole Hardman. Smith Marset, the newly signed wide receiver to the practice squad, was out there as well. And then Toney. And he did say in his presser today, hey, whatever the team needs me to do, I'm here to do it. And that does include punt returns. So that's something I surmise we may see him out there doing very soon. I don't know if it's going to be Sunday, but he did say he is open to playing Sunday. Coach Reed did not rule that possibility out either. So not only was Toney here speaking to the media, he was practicing punt returns. And then Patrick Mahomes spoke on Kadarius Toney and having him here as well. And yeah, he's very excited to have another weapon in his toolbox for sure.
First off, he's super excited. You can tell how much he's ready to get out there and play. I mean, physically, everybody sees how much physical gifts he has. I mean, he's fast. He's bigger than I thought. And he's done a good job of whenever he catches the ball and being able to make people miss in space. So we're just excited to get him kind of into this culture, into this team. And I think Coach Reed said we'll just kind of work him in as the season goes on and hopefully be able to use his talent to help take this offense even to another level.
Mahomes also mentioned that Brett Veach approached him in the offseason about Kadarius Toney when, Tyreek Hill was gone. They were looking at bringing in a bunch of wide receivers or at least casting the net, seeing who they could bring in. So obviously they brought in Juju Smith-Schuster and Marquez Valdez-Scantling, but Kadarius Toney was on the list and they talked about it. Didn't work. But then Brett Veach approached Patrick Mahomes right after the 49ers game and said, hey, I think Kadarius Toney is going to be a thing and it's going to happen. He texted Mahomes when it did ended up happening. And then Kadarius Toney was actually about to go to practice when he got traded.
I was about to get ready to head to practice. I mean, my reaction was I was kind of shocked, but I mean, I'm always, I guess, thankful for the opportunity. I know the business side of it, I wasn't too hard on it, too this or that, but I'm just looking forward to the opportunity available here. Yeah, I would say it feels good to be pretty much wanted by a team, and I think the history probably go back way a little further than that, the extensive probably since the beginning, before I even came into the league where they really wanted me here. But it's a great opportunity for everybody. I mean, fresh start for me, able to step into the AFC and show what I can do over here, you know what I'm saying?
So it's safe to say that we are excited to have Kadarius Toney here. He's excited to be here in this organization with a team like the Chiefs, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, all that. And he's healthy and he's ready to put in the work. You could just tell how excited he was. And that's where I want to pass the question off to you guys. How excited are you to see Kadarius Toney out there ASAP. It could be Sunday. If it is, probably going to be in some limited like jet sweeps, quick passes, just stuff maybe even used as a distraction here or there, maybe punts. We'll have to see. But let me know. You excited to see him Sunday? The rest of the season, how do you think it's all going to shape up, pan out? And with Kadarius Toney in as wide receiver, what other receivers do you think are going to see less reps with him out there? Let me know your thoughts on all that in the comments down below, and let's fight about it down there per usual. Make sure to like and sub if you haven't already. And until next time, let's go. Let's freaking go. How about those?